Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Maddie or Madaloon, and as you can see, I'm not in the director's seat today, as I am not I am not the facilitator for this game of Good Society. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to our gracious leader, James.
Oh, hi! I'm not gracious in the slightest. Hi, my name's Jims. I also go by Hugger Mugger here on the internet, and I stole Maddie's fake accent for a second just because I'm so used to her doing it. But she says just my channel. I am the facilitator for this evening's show. If you have any wonders, any queries about what the hell that means, it just means I'm like a dungeon master, but I have a far less power. I'm just here to really, sort of move things around. A copy editor, if you will, for the book that we are writing together. Because Good Society is all about writing a Jane Austen-style novel with your friends, and it's very loosey-goosey, very fun. We have resolve tokens that we can offer to each other as currency in order to make things happen that we want to happen. We have monologue tokens in order to hear the deepest, most innermost thoughts of our characters, which is very fun. And we're here to have a really good time by ruining and then putting things back together. That being said, I will not only be the facilitator tonight, which means I will be playing a lot of side characters. It also means that I am myself one of the quote-unquote main characters of the game. My quote-unquote main character is the Dowager Viscountess Francesca Lawton, who is a very old, very deceptive, very intent old woman, who has intentions to marry off several people this year to other people this year. So, it's going to be good. Real quick notes before we get into our introductions for everybody else. There is a content warning sheet if you would like to check it. This is a romantic comedy, so a lot of romance, a lot of pitfalls, a lot of pratfalls. Just a lot of your usual Jane Austen and romantic comedy things might pop up. Keep yourself safe. We love you. If this is not the show for you, feel free to join us for the next one. Maybe horror is more your game. We'll see what happens next. If you have any questions about Good Society, you can check them out with Storybrewers RPG. That's the creators of the game. And without further ado, I will start out by saying we are missing a player tonight, and we wish her the very best, Abigail. We love you, and we'll see you next time. So for this episode, we will simply assume that Miriam has been called off somewhere, possibly because of another tragedy in her home. Who's to say? The Dowager Duchess? No, absolutely not. Viscountess is absolutely not telling you. And I will move on to Maddie. Would you like to introduce yourself on your channel?
Hi, Madeline, this is my channel. I'm dressed like a little bit of a slut today because I'm feeling it. I'm, as always, playing Mr. Theodore Brooks, who is new money and is not that new to town but newly returned and is here to get married, or my daddy's going to be very upset. Faye!
Hi, I'm Faye, or a Gothic Fairy or Gothic Fairy cosplay. Just don't call me late for dinner. I'm here playing Leona, who is old money and a socialite and has a dead father and a dead sister, and her mom's alive.
Which is a tragedy in and of itself.
Yeah, and she's also looking to get married.
Well, my mum's dead, so it's not a competition.
If it were, Miriam would be winning.
Miriam would be winning.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Ray, otherwise known as the Ray Wilds. I will be playing Percival Harrogate, who is, for better terms, a flirt with anything with legs.
But even chickens have legs.
Quit! He's a gay little fellow. He's a queer little fellow. Gay to be certain too.
This is why people keep making syphilis jokes about you, Percy.
And how many dead family members does Percy have?
At least
I think it's
one,
just his
mom, right?
Yeah, it's just his mother.
Oh, everyone has dead moms. Brag.
You cannot listen. I do have to confirm that the Viscountess has in fact lost both her parents, so she's winning.
I was born at a very young age.
Her mother, her father, her husband, a child, several other people. But it's not a competition. if anything, she would win over Miriam, but with a much longer life plan in place, so maybe it kind of evens out. All that being said, my friends, are you ready to drop back in and start the next chapter of our novel?
Always.
Let's drop.
Last we left off, letters were exchanged, decisions were made, tickets were provided, and with that in mind, we will drop into not so much a planned event, but simply an evening of whimsy and wonder, as the theater, which is such a tried and true tradition for the people of Haberdasher, so much so that while the town is alive during the fall and spring, whenever really they've ended up with everybody in town for quite a while, the acting troupe has descended from London upon the tiny theater here in Haberdasher, where they are able to put upon shows of music, of merriment, of dramatic readings of Shakespeare. Generally, anything goes. And tonight is no different. The theater will be open this evening. The private boxes are set for those who are able to afford them, or whose family names have enough meaning behind them. And I will ask, who is going to attend the theater tonight? And if you are attending, with whom?
I think I'm attending with Mama.
Your mama, a red wine in hand, because the theater deserves a good red.
She loves the red.
Mm.
Almost as
and
much as she loves the white.
And you were surprised to find that you were offered a seat in your great aunt's box, as it seemed there were a couple seats empty. The seat.
I try and send a missive almost of I wave over one of the box attendants, and I'm after they're probably the ones who told me that, right?
You received a note prior to you leaving for the evening from your home, where your great aunt invited your mother and you to come and sit in the box. She said there was room in the box this evening.
I thought she'd only invited me. I want to try and hide the note.
Oh.
So that
okay.
So that doesn't happen. I will use a resolve token to get one over on my mom, so that she doesn't see the note, and we go to our regular box.
Okay, understood.
Do that.
A resolve token can absolutely be used in that way. You offer a resolve token to Serena. I will accept it on her behalf. And you are in your normal... It's not really a box that the two of you have. You have some very decent seats in the orchestra section, almost. Not quite to the front, but far enough back that it's roomy, it's spacious, it's grand. Just simply not private. There are other families around. Maddie, is Theodore heading to the theater this evening?
He is, and he is trying his best to distance himself from a certain individual who may or may not have slightly gently blackmailed him last session, and has probably done his best to, he still really wants to go, because I think he really likes the theater. It's the thing he loves the most about being in London, but needed to come up with some kind of excuse as to why, because he doesn't want to go alone. So instead, he actually extends invitations to Dennis and Jasper Vincent to come to his private box as a kind of yeah, the boys. And in the hopes that they'll attend, but maybe the two of them might also see it as a means of escape from their grandmother.
Well, you do have control of Dennis, so I will ask, is Dennis willing to go and swap boxes for the evening?
Okay, well, I think a better question is, Does Dennis yet know about his grandmother's intentions?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
That lunch has not happened yet.
I don't think Dennis cares that much about Theodore not having a name. It just sounds cool. I think that's what he cares about.
The novel experience of being somewhere other than his grandmother's box for the evening.
He's like really rich and I think he'd have good food.
I have a question. Did you send them separate invitations or just one to each of them?
I think
Sorry.
one to
One
the
for
family.
both of them or separate. Yeah.
I think he did separate ones because it seems more polite.
Perfect. Then Dennis might actually believe that you've invited only him, which will make it even more beautiful when Jasper strolls up.
Oh,
Yeah.
devastating.
Yeah, I think
It's like the scene from The Office where Dwight, like Angela walks up to Dwight and he doesn't see her until the last moment, goes, "Jeez."
I think Dennis just goes up to his grandmother and says, Grandmama. No. What would they call her? Is it improper to call her grandmother?
No, because as long as they're in private, it's absolutely not, and they're in a private box,
Yeah.
if anything, or before they leave, etc. People, you would still say mummy or daddy to your parent
Mommy.
if they were standing next to you. So,
Yeah.
grandmama, it's certainly nothing like Grammy. She might allow grandmama.
Grandmama. Grandmama, I have been invited to join another box for networking and business and such. So I shall spend perhaps the first act with you and then retire towards business, if I have your permission.
Which box?
I believe it belongs to Brooks.
You should go now. Don't delay.
Right.
Zero hesitation. Dennis.
You can never tell if Grandma's gonna let you go over to the other kid's house or not.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis.
Yeah.
He's like halfway through the door and she's like, Dennis.
Yes?
I will expect you to know more about Mr. Brooks by the time you arrive home this evening. Yes?
Okay. Anything in particular?
I simply need to know about the young man. He's not from an established family, and I'd like to know more about him. That's all. Off you pop.
Okay. He goes, he's gonna find out the most useless information. I know that with my soul.
We don't really have to go through what happens when Jasper asks the exact same question about 20 seconds later, but we can all assume it was more like, oh, you were invited, good, go! Go,
My
your brother's
sopping
already...
wet grandson.
Go. Why is he wet?
I don't know.
It's
I
not
think
raining.
he's
No one
sweaty.
knows.
It's not
I think
raining.
he's sweaty.
He's so
He
sweaty.
has a little bit of a sweat.
Oh.
The two boys will, in their own time, probably very quickly, one after the other, arrive in your box. And for your benefit, I will play both brothers, so you can
Thanks.
control your main character.
Welcome to the Talking to Yourself Club. Wow, there's so many members.
You see that Dennis arrives first. Tall, very good posture. Probably not looking as excited on the outside as he feels on the inside to have gotten away with not being in the home box for the... Mr. Brooks.
Oh, Mr. Vincent, I'm glad you could make it. I think it would be rather nice to have a night away at the theatre without the overbearings of society. Can I get you a drink?
Yes, please. A novel experience to be on this side of the theater. You can see that across from your box, like a little higher up in like the perfect prime spot on the other side of the theater is the Viscountess's box. You can see her opera glasses flash
There's
in the
just
light.
straight glare.
Yes, well, the one benefit is that most of the audience don't really notice you at all, no matter what you're doing. And I hand him a stiff drink.
He thanks you. It is about this time that there is a slight knock on the edge of the doorway to the box. It's covered in curtains, so it's very muffled, but still the knock is there.
Yes?
And coming in between the curtains, just poking face through. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, come on in.
You just see Dennis take a bigger sip of the drink than he was intending to take.
Theodore doesn't notice.
Jesper is like, lovely to be invited, yes.
Yes, well... he hands him a drink as well and sits down. I think, I don't think Theodore's the type to really attend gentlemen's clubs a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if he could probably get an invite, but I think, that vibe terrifies him.
So you have two gentlemen of high rank, one sitting to either side of you, in your private box. Percy, who do you
Yes.
bring with you, if anyone, to the theater this evening?
Honestly, I think Percy would go by himself.
I expect as much. Your father is resolutely against heading to the theater at this time, with certain rumors as they abound. And in fact, I have to wonder if you did not tell him where you were going this evening.
Oh, definitely.
Or if you gave
Percy
him-
definitely just
Just slipped
he
out.
gave some excuse of who knows, but definitely did not tell his father where he was going.
One or two excuses. Your father is so old, it's not that hard to tell him you're going one place, and he definitely won't double check you. He just gives you a look over the book he is reading as you are leaving that speaks volumes of don't do anything too rakish. Just coast. Just coast.
I would never.
But as you attend the theater, do you believe that your family has a box? Or are you specifically inclined to follow where your tickets lead?
I think while his family would have a box, he would be inclined to follow his ticket.
The ticket that was offered to you, because it was a single ticket, is for some random place in the audience, some amalgamate of on the edge of orchestra and front row, maybe third or fourth row back, not to the edge but toward the center, so that it's almost the perfect seat, the very center of the stage. You find that Miss and Miss Fairfields are just over your right and a little ways forward, so a little farther up. Up above you and to the right, you can see Theodore sitting with both Vincent sons in a private box, and upwards and toward the left, lovely Lady Viscountess up in her private box, all alone, it seems, tonight.
I think Percy would just kind of not directly searching any of them out, but as he's looking around him, he'd probably just kind of clock exactly where everyone is, just for reference of who's around him.
You are aware in that case that the Bergamot box, the box of the the Bergamot box of the lately deceased Lord Bergamot is empty this evening, with black draped over the chairs. Quite a spectacle of mourning to go all the way to your box just to put drape over it, not to stay, but simply to leave the drape there. You see that trying to think. Tarquin Abernathy is present. Not in his family box where his parents are sitting, but in the audience, closer to the front row, where he looks like he's too eager almost to see the show, so he's sat very far up. And sitting, trying to catch things. Sitting in not a family box, but also in the audience on the left side of the stage, Miss Henrietta Fudge and her mother. Both Fudges are sitting in seats, I would say, equal to the Fairfields, but on the opposite side. So there's a smattering of people all around. Lady Hilda, of course, absent from her deceased husband's for the evening. Morning simply just started. All that being said, it is a night of theater and a night of revelry. Tonight's program, a smattering of mixed acts. Some music, some monologues. The music is beautiful, orchestral. Pianoforte, which pianoforte is brought out on a moving block with actors to the side of it, swinging gauze around in the air to give it the light feeling as they play A Welcome to Winter, some new piece designed by the maestro. Several monologues, one from, if I can remember the name of any Shakespeare play, that's
Hamlet?
the one. Yeah, sure, Hamlet. The monologue of Hamlet with Alas, Poor Yorick. But the most singular event of the evening, after the operatic, after a small meandering of a troupe playing out A Midsummer Night's Dream, but sped up so that it's only like one half of an act and only lasts about an hour as opposed to a 3-hour program. The very last act, the lights go dim until a single red light, a lamp that has been cast through a red glass gel, hits the stage, and stepping forward into it, hands first, hands out into the red light, the most beautiful woman.
Oh.
Miss Cassandra Lavelle, a well-renowned actress, is here to do the final monologue of the evening as Lady Macbeth, in which she does a fantastic, emotionally fraught job. By the end of it, flying to her knees, landing center stage, staring out into the audience, those hands in the red glow of the light, pressed out and forward, straight toward you, Percy, where you are sat in the perfect seat for her eyes to catch yours. And as she dips into her final bow, still on her knees to the audience, to rapturous applause, she simply looks through her hair at you, smiles, tilts her head toward the back of the stage before she absconds. But enough about the program this evening, because the true Regency way of the gentry in these establishments in these times is not to pay attention to the program the entire time, but simply to talk through it. I will ask if there are any conversations that need happen at the theater this evening before the program has concluded. Or if everyone is simply waiting for the night to end their talk.
I think I'm trying to avoid my great aunt, but I don't know how successful I'll be in that.
There are several times throughout the evening that you see those telltale glistening lights of the opera glasses heading in your direction as it sort of pans over the audience. Your great aunt does not watch the show much with her opera glasses. She watches the audience and the other box. But you won't know until later how successful you may or may not have been.
I think at least Theodore is trying his best to be so likable right now.
Mm.
Be
In
my
what
friend.
way? In what way are you trying to be likable to these two near-titled gentlemen? Either one of them could be the next Viscount.
He is trying to be extremely charming and funny and intellectual, but also very complimentary of their intellect, and is just trying to like come across as someone you would enjoy hanging out with and you would invite to like lots of places and stuff like that.
You find that throughout the program, Dennis is zoned in on the actual theater program as opposed to the conversation, but Jasper is more than happy to talk at any moment for any reason. And so you find that by the second or third act, Jasper is actively leaning over in your direction in your personal space, and is gesturing wildly with his hands as he describes in detail, unsure how you even got on this topic, the process to become clergy and the different tones of Latin that are very hard to pronounce. Simply gesturing wildly, going, it's very hard to see the difference between your R's and your L's when they're both similar with the Latin phrase. Well, you know how it is with the church, it drones on. It's very boring, not very stimulating at all.
I always found my most favorite part of attending church were more of the homily section, when you can watch the head of the church sort of be able to show their own personality a little bit more.
Yes, that the most important part of church is it's not the God. It's really more of you're starting to realize why he maybe didn't end up in the clergy. At one point, you do that Dennis leans over, like behind you, arm out, and like smacks his brother on the back of his head. When he's being particularly loud, when something is going on stage, it just goes, "Up! It's important. This part's important. Shut up."
I kind of wait until there's a quieter moment or it's in between acts, because I feel like if I tried to talk to Dennis, he'd just get upset at me. So I instead wait till a moment and I say, have you seen Midsummer's Night's Dream in London?
I have. It was a very pretty production. In fact, I've seen it twice. Once in the theater and once in the round, outdoors. It was quite mesmerizing when they used the entire stage puck out in the audience. It was delightful.
It's
And the costuming. Oh, the costuming.
Truly is nothing like watching it in the place where Shakespeare intended.
Exactly.
Yes.
You see, Jasper sort of breaks in. Yes, exactly as Shakespeare intended. Yes.
Yes, for sure. Most definitely. And I can
Biblically
imagine...
accurate Shakespeare, if you
yes.
will.
And I imagine that for the actors and the clergy, there is much crossover with the use of pronunciations in Latin, and really, what is being a priest if not your own version of the theatre?
You see Jasper sort of peacocks at that a little bit, and you hear his brother to your other side snort quietly, like trying to hide it.
But yes, it is certainly what I miss the most about London, but certainly Haberdasher has a most beautiful theatre and performers.
Well, Dennis sort of chimes in. Well, to be fair, we do cart them all the way in from London. They are the best London has to offer, and so they should be here whenever we are here. For the best deserves the best.
Well, yes, then I changed my point. London most definitely has the best theatre actors.
You see he shares like a hearty chuckle with you, and you note that he did not say we deserve the best in terms of
Yeah.
just the elite. He said we deserve the best in terms of you included.
Wonderful. He's in the background.
You just simply have to deal with Jasper and you'll get everything you want. It's not worth
It's
it.
better than Tarquin.
Speaking of,
Oh my
Hey.
god.
about the second or third act, Percy, you sense someone sit down in the empty seat beside you. The seat empty because the ticket you were provided covered both seats, and so because you came alone, there was no need to fill that seat. Except in the moment, Faye, Tarquin Abernathy has found a perfectly serviceable seat much closer to the theater and next to a fine gentleman.
My God, Percy.
Abernathy?
Oh, it's completely dry around here. No intelligent life to be found. So glad I found you.
Me too.
Yeah. Did you see Theobald or whatever his name is, Theo, up there? He's got a box. Can you believe it?
I mean, he is quite wealthy.
Got sold a few bolts of fabric and now he thinks he can get a box. All right.
I'm more surprised he's with the brothers.
Oh yeah, there's the dowagers. Two lads, yeah. I mean, Dennis, I can understand. Jasper,
You
can't
watch his
make out what he's saying.
in the distance, Jasper, talking excitedly, knocks his hands into your cup, which then rolls into Dennis's cup.
Ooh. Alright.
Oh, brutal. Oh,
You just see Theodore take a drink and then just take the bottle and refill Jasper's glass.
You know, I think they have room up there. I think we should ask if we could go up there. I mean, he's obviously got room.
Well, yeah, how about you go ahead and ask for us both?
Nah, come
I'll
on.
save our seat.
Lads trip. Lads trip.
You know these two ended up at the same like college program because it's just all about how much like family background you have with what class you end up in.
These guys were like
It's so
university
sad.
roommates.
Oof.
I don't do.
Carmen still doesn't know you hate him.
Oh,
It's not so much a roommate situation, but there are like apartments and stuff, I think, in this era.
yeah.
Not sure.
I'm trying to think like if they all went to like Oxford or Cambridge or something. Whether it was like a, who knows? They probably had like,
Wherever
apartments.
fits best, they win somewhere.
But yeah, you go ahead and ask for us. I'll make sure the seats are good.
I mean, he might refuse me just to have a little power what was it? Power play? Power trip? He'll drunk with power. Yeah.
I don't think he likes me much either, so...
No, but if we both win, it'd be too awkward to say no. I'd like Tarquin to use a resolve token on you.
Now remember,
you
you don't
go.
have to say yes, but you can negotiate or you can just say no.
It would be really funny.
Honestly, it'd be hilarious for us to both go up there. I'll accept it, because that's funny. Because the two people Theodore hates the most would be us.
Let's go have a lads trip.
A lad's trip. But it's the most,
is-
like...
This is like
Sad
when
little, like-
white women are like, let's be bad, and they order a plate of fries. Lads trip.
I should.
It's like the least enthused Percy, though, just in the background, just
Is there any
Thank you.
negotiating you'd like to do? Is there anything that you will accept this under the condition of?
No, only because I think it would be hilarious just to go.
All right, just an acceptable.
Play.
See, that's moved over. I will allow you to play this out, and I will simply be the brothers here in the moment.
Well, lead the way.
All right. That's me, a leader. Suddenly, I just realized I'm Austin Powers.
Yeah.
The worst version of all.
Yeah,
I'm evil Austin Powers. Anyway, yeah, we go up to the box and we go up to the doorway, and famously there's a curtain, no door.
Just for flavor, because this will probably come into play later.
Mhm.
Theodore's like companion, who's like probably like visually a butler, but I think him having a butler would freak him out. So it's just like some guy he went to school with when he was like not rich, and he's like bestie who just like helps him out and is more of a business partner than anything else. Is like standing out the front, and for a split second has a before like. And just kind of peeks a head in and kind of just like
You like hear the as it
Mumbles.
approaches. It's like a it's like a siren coming.
just
Get to
softly.
the-
The ego has landed. Theodore goes.
Get to the doorway. Like he's still peeking in, and just pull it a little bit farther, so now Tarkin's on top. And leans in and goes, "Hey, Brooks, saw you had this whole box to yourself, and it's looking a little empty. Would you happen to have some spare chairs?"
You look and see the like 3 extra chairs that are here in the box.
I look at the chairs.
Dennis and Jasper have also like turned to regard the people who are attempting to enter the box.
Hey, Denny! Long
Percy's
time no
fully doing
see.
that thing where you just see his head pop out from the side, just like.
Of course.
Goodness.
Ah,
Perfect.
throws open the curtains, walks in.
And I turn to Dennis and I say, oh, because he's looking at it, and I go, oh, this is one of my favorites too. We'll watch this one, and then just start staring at it, hoping that they won't talk.
Just staring
That's
at
real.
at
the
the
stage.
stage, like me and Dennis, and I'm just like hoping that the two of us will look so engrossed.
It's
Yes,
just
of course.
Dennis is like caught on seeing who has walked into the box, and sort of notes Abernathy, is surprised but doesn't seem to have anything against it, and then sees Percy and has a very good poker face but eyebrows raised slightly, gives you a look before looking back to the stage. Jasper, however,
Oof, oof.
makes a full like the very like pursed lips go like just a full ooh. And he kind of swings back on his chair a bit so that it goes on 2 legs and then like crashes back down onto all 4, so it makes a little loud click throughout the theater, and you see several heads turn to regard your box as there is a noise made and several people see what's going on.
Percy's just gonna find one of the empty chairs and just slowly sit in it. Just, hello, gentlemen.
Tarquin
Oh,
is
hello.
manspreading and taking up the 2 other chairs.
Tarquin is sitting next to Dennis and has like the full like click out, which means Percy is on the other side of Jasper.
Edward, if you would, and the public guy just goes, and just starts giving them drinks as well.
You all continue to enjoy the program. A little more crowded in your box now, not uncomfortable by any means, but certainly
It's very normal to see a group of lads getting drunk at the theater, right?
that's certainly normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunk maybe not so
Yeah.
much.
We're not drunk, we're
but-
just drinking.
A group of lads at the theater. You know how it goes.
Let's.
See- From across the boxes of the other more notable families, the flash of opera glasses. So they turn this way and that. But with that being the case, Percy, you are in the Brooks box when that final act comes on stage. And as the Lady Macbeth gives her resplendent monologue, under her beautiful makeup and under her beautiful gown, Cassandra Lavelle stares at an empty seat, which she proffered to you with that free ticket.
Percy's fully focused on her performance. Like, just fully locked in.
Cassandra, such a notable name to the community, an actress who has come time and time again, although in the last 2 years been notably more absent from anywhere but London, as she has a son to take care of. Truly, a son who's taken care of by a governess and, other such maids and whatnot, because she is a successful actress. She has plenty of money. But that's not the real problem having a child, now is it? All the same. The acts come to a close.
I think at that moment, Theo, like, looking at the, can't help but just, like, sneak a glance towards Percy.
I know it's a bit early, but I would love to use my monologue token. Ray, could you tell me what Percy is feeling in this moment as he watches Sandra's performance?
Percy has this sense of almost dread, because by this point the town knows things about Percy, knows things about Cassandra, knows things about this child, and knowing that the town knows, Percy is just, that's why he's so locked in. He doesn't want to see faces around, knowing that the two people are in the same place at the same time. Like, he doesn't want anybody to, he's trying to keep his face as stone as possible, while internally he's just, oh dear Lord, oh dear God, why did I come? I should have just avoided. Like, he's fully sort of regretting it, especially since he's moved spot. Because he knows that's going to draw some type of anger towards him at this point.
Burned a gift, haven't you?
Just a bit.
Theodore, you see a look on this poor man's face, which is rapt as he watches this beautiful one. He is not the first man to be obsessed with Cassandra Lavelle. She is well known for having men obsessed with her. She has many people who have given her gifts, many people who have hired her carts and carriages, many people who have given her pretty dresses. He is one among many. But he is also the only one with certain rumor around.
I think when Theodore, like, looks back and catches his eye for just that moment, there is just a flash of a look of, like, empathy that might not have been expected, of, like, seeing the look of a man hopelessly in love, and there's just a tinge of something, of a understanding between the two of them.
The moment that the program concludes, you see that with the box a little fuller than expected, Dennis stands very quickly upon
stand as well.
the closure. To be fair, he did stand with rapt applause for the actors on stage as well, but he does not sit back down as many of the socialites around you do in their boxes to converse and talk, as is the norm for events such as this. He simply turns to you where you are standing and goes, thank you for your attentions this evening. It was a delight.
I'm standing as well because it's polite. And I nod and I say, well, I thank you very much for your company and conversation. I'm sure we will see more of each other at the various events. I hope you'll be attending my luncheon event at the lake.
Yes, we did receive an invitation. So we will check our schedules and see if we can attend.
I will very much hope to see you there.
Faye?
Didn't you not invite Percy? Who's now in this box hearing this conversation?
I did
Percy-
invite Percy.
You did. Okay. I
Who-
think I'm thinking of something else.
No,
then.
There wasn't.
I invited everyone. I don't think
you
I let
invited
anyone
men,
out.
women, children. You were like,
I invited everyone.
Ah, okay.
I can't be having that kind of drama.
Okay.
yeah, who would not invite someone to a party? Why?
Not me. I invited everyone, and I gave information.
Information.
Well, I very much hope to see you there. We will have some performances that I would love to get your opinion on.
You see his eyebrows raised just a little bit, a break in the mask where he was trying to be very neutral, especially with the new people in the box. But you mentioned additional performances, and he does perk up at the mention. You see that Jasper sort of steps in the way of his brother and, like, takes your hand, does not offer his hand to shake, but takes your hand and shakes it up and down rather violently. Says, it will be a delight to see you. Yes, it will be very good, very good.
Wonderful, yes. Well, have a marvelous rest of your night, and do give the Dowager Viscountess my best wishes.
You see, for one moment, they share a look of brothers as they realize they do have to go back to Grandmama. Yes, of course. And the brothers head off, leaving you in the box.
Oh, fuck.
With Tarquin and Percy.
Tarquin is passed out drunk in the two chairs.
I kind of look at
He's
him, and
completely-
I look to the empty boxes, and I look to Edward, and Edward's just like... He found them! He found them all! Oh, I see. I think I should call Mr. Abernathy a carriage.
That might be helpful.
Yes. He kind of, for a moment, has that realization of them being alone together and not necessarily being eavesdropped on or anything like that. And he just... she was very good tonight.
Yeah. Definitely one of her greatest performances.
Are you alright?
Percy full on just straight chugs a glass of whatever's in front of him. I'm great. I will be.
I see.
Well, I will let you call our friend a carriage. I will see you at the luncheon.
Yes. Enjoy your after hours activities. Edward, if you would. And I was like, oh, I'm out of here. And goes to call the carriage.
I would like to drop down to the Fairfield for Lydia, Faye, Leona, Faye,
Yeah.
where do we find you and your mother? Did you stay in the audience to chat with people around you? Did you look to join people in their boxes to socialize for a bit?
I think my mother like socialized with like people here and there. But I think like it's the thing of like you're at the store with your mom and you're waiting for the conversation just to like stop so you can leave, and you can't leave without mom. So I'm getting just like stuck in this loop of like she's talking to people and I keep on like having my head kind of on a swivel of like half looking out for the dowager and half looking out for like Miriam and half looking out for Theodore.
It's a lot of people to look out for. A
Yeah.
lot. Unfortunately, there is one you mentioned that you do see, although not down by you, up in her private box. Now that the lights of the house have come on, you see the Dowager Viscountess leaning out over her box edge, waving at your mother and you.
Oh, I wave back.
You see she smiles, acknowledging you.
And I tap my mother on the shoulder, just lightly, and go like, it seems, Great Aunt Francesca wants to talk to us. Calling
You
us
see
up
your
to the
mother
box.
looks at you,
So crazy.
looks up, sees her aunt motioning for her to come, and she goes, "What did you do now?"
I didn't do it. Well, I did something the other day, but I already am being punished for that, so I don't see what I've done in the time between.
You've already been punished for that. Done anything?
Oh, I got information wrong, and I sent the wrong note, and it was a whole thing. And now she's looking for me to start talking to Dennis. It's a whole thing.
Your mother, like, in the quickest motion you've seen, sets down her glass and grabs you by both shoulders and turns you toward her, and she goes, "What do you mean with Dennis?"
She's looking for me to possibly get some pointers from him in socializing, I'm assuming.
You see your mother is, like, staring you in the eye so hard, it's like, it's Superman levels of, like, lasering into your brain, trying to find what you are hiding.
If she lasers into my brain, she can just see that I'm willing myself to believe that's the reality.
Pointers or not, this is good news. You see, she sort of squeezes your shoulders in a very, like, motherly, like, excited way for a moment, and then uses those hands to flip you around and starts marching you off towards the box. You are going to be nice, you are going to be kind to your great aunt, and you are going to accept whatever invitation she gave you to meet with Dennis.
You've met Dennis. You know what he's like. He's no
Yes.
great prize.
He is a very nice prize, now that he and his brother are the final male heirs to your great aunt's seat.
I'm just quiet the rest of the way. I'm not gonna argue with her. She's not gonna listen.
Mm-mm.
Had this
You
fight
are
before.
They're talking about Dennis. He's just in the corner, like.
It's past his bedtime.
He had a little.
Jasper's
he had a
already
little
asleep
nightcap.
against him.
They drank way too much because they weren't in their grandmama's box.
Yeah. Grandmama.
You are sent up toward the box. Would you like to play that out now, or shall we skip over to someone else for a few minutes here and give you a moment to think about what's about to happen?
You know what? No, let's dive in, man. Let's
dive
get in there.
It'd be more
Put
accurate
me
if
in.
she's a little panicked.
Your mother marches you into her aunt's box, which currently is filled with not only the Dowager Viscountess, now that her grandsons have returned from their extracurricular activity of the evening, looking sleepy in their own right. Jasper sort of leaned against, like, the edge of the box, already kind of nodding off. Dennis, as we saw, yawning. Your great aunt has not yet called the carriage, and there is a complete absence of Miriam.
Miriam didn't come tonight? I like ask the Dowager as I come in and see.
You see your great aunt turns to you and smiles pleasantly and says, "Oh, no, I had to leave her at home. She's come down with a bit of something. It's a good doctor is looking."
What?
Oh,
Oh.
Dennis just, oh.
Hmm.
Did not even notice
Is
Miriam
she-
wasn't here.
Is she, like, okay, or... Like,
It remains to be seen.
Didn't her
I
family
assume it's her
die
nerves.
of the scarlet fever, or...
That was
just
just
her
one
sister.
uncle.
Oh.
Oh, was that the sister?
Oh, it was also the uncle?
Oh, it might have been two.
Mm.
Okay, good. I was...
It was hardly recent. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll have the doctor look at you too if necessary. I assume it is just her nerves. Some big to-do about, well, she came in all wet the other day from the tea party, so maybe she caught a cold. It will pass.
It wasn't my fault.
Right.
Hush. Leona,
Yes?
you see that she pats the chair next to her, which is the chair that Miriam has been filling in for quite some time. Come sit with me.
Yeah. I come and sit.
She sets her old withered hand on your knee and pats it, and then grabs your hand and sets it on top of her hand, where she
Ah,
expects
there's a
it to
strength to this woman.
be. That old people strength, just
Yeah.
they really got it for some reason. She goes, "So, I did not receive a reply. Will you be joining us for lunch?"
Oh, yes, I expect so.
Good. You see, she turns to look at your mother. "Serena, there'll be no need for you to bother coming. I just want Leona for now." You see your mother kind of like is shocked.
Damn,
Someone goes, "Oh, all right. Fine. It's fine. You are, after all, family." You see, your great aunt just continues to pat your hand. She goes, "A very impressive party you threw. I heard about it through the grapevine. Hilda may not be up and about as of yet because she needs to be proper about everything, but the moment she can join, I'm sure she'll be good company. No, she did let me know that everything seems to have been a success this past week for you. So I must offer my congratulations. It's not easy to make a plan and execute."
Yes, it was a difficult party to plan, but I had the resources that are available to me, limited as they are.
With any luck, not limited for very long. The marriage market is open, dear.
I know.
Good. You see she pats your hands a couple more times and then releases your hand and knee.
Her hand just like drifts. Starts playing with her necklace.
You see she sort of glances at you up and down. Are you wearing another of Rose's dresses this evening?
I think I might be. I think I'm wearing one that is got around the same time as her. Like we got a lot of the times we get them in like similar fabrics or similar
Mm-hmm.
like whatever. So it's
easier to buy a bolt than like a custom gown. Yeah.
So it is my dress, but this is like the pattern of this fabric and the dress that Rose had. That was one of her favorites. So even in that this is mine, this is still her.
You see, she touches the fabric for a moment. She goes, "It is good to see you coming into your own.
Thank you.
Good to see." Well, she says it very loudly, and you see Jasper, like, startle awake in the corner. Time to get going, I think. Old lady, not be out so long, or so they say. I will give Miriam your regards. I assume you're hoping she'll feel better soon.
I do.
Good. Boys? See, she turns and toddles off, like, does not wait for them at all. Just goes.
Oh, yeah.
She's on the doctor's prescribed cocaine, I see.
I seized Jasper by the shirt collar and took him out of the room.
Curse. What now? The people in the theater are chilling, talking to each other. A couple people have gone to talk to the actors on the stage, but notably absent from the stage itself. The lead actress for the evening.
I think at this moment, Percy, being that he frequents the theater, knows some of the backstage ways to get places.
You're very familiar with it.
Percy is definitely going to take the path that he knows that will get him seen the least to get backstage.
You follow your route. And I will grant you, there's hardly anyone who sees you exit from the theater and enter into the backstage area. Although plenty of people saw you at the theater itself tonight, which will not go unnoticed, especially considering who final act was. But you are in privacy in the backstage, familiar with it, walking through the halls and finding a particular dressing room which you know is only Sandra's, as on the doorway itself it says, Lovely Lovell.
Percy's gonna just quietly knock on the door. And just to see if she's in there.
You hear a rustling. The gentle shift of satin and gauzy fabrics, the creak of a spring in that very particular couch that is ever so shaped for one lovely person to sit against the head of it and lean their legs out so very delicately and far. And without any word, without any prompting besides that one simple knock, the door opens without a creak. And standing there, not so tall as you, despite the shoes she is in, and already dressed down from her stage garments into this lovely robe, gossamer and light, feathered, wearing a reasonable amount of clothes despite, just showing some dramatics with the decision to wear this robe. The lovely Lavelle herself, Cassandra, standing in her doorway, looking up at you, with raised brows, and ruby red lips, and a smile. He says, "Oh, how unexpected! I didn't see you in the audience this evening.
Yeah. I was with Brooks in his box.
Brooksy's still out and about? I didn't think you two were still friends.
Acquaintances, more than anything.
Acquaintances? Truly, after everything you two went through, acquaintances? Well, things do change, I suppose. See, she turns her head, baring the pale skin of her neck, usually covered by little ribbons, showing just one beauty mark at the corner, at the cusp of her collarbone. Oh, time does change many things. Would you like to come in, Percy? For old
No
times.
need for the dramatics, but yes.
Dramatics are what I do. See, she gives a little smirk. Would you like to come in, Percy?
Yes. Thank you, Cassandra.
Oh, full name and everything. You see, she leans back against the door to open.
It's giving, would you like to talk before or after?
I got too dramatic. I ripped
True.
my own cable out of my ears. She uses her own body weight to open the door, like gently tossing herself against it. Whisper it open, brandishing her arm through the robe for you to enter the room, one hand on her chest. Dramatics are what I do.
Percy's gonna slap the door as far as humanly possible away from Cassandra. Like, if she's on one side, he's like doing the whole like slide to the other side.
You see, she like watches you enter the room and be ever so careful about where you're standing. There are garments tossed about this room. You are pressing yourself against a wall and realize that it's got a clothing rack on it that is just things for under her dresses, among the stays and the stockings and everything else. A small child's teddy bear rests. But you see, she closes the door with a quiet snap, rolls her eyes at your dramatic, and then goes and tosses herself on top of her chaise lounge. Well, you accepted my invitation. You're the one who wrote to me. And I invited you. So what is there?
The town is starting to talk. Again.
Again?
More than normal.
Why would that be happening?
I don't know, Cassandra. Why would that be happening?
Could you call it Pat? Sounds so much.
Percy's gonna squint at you, just very cut the crap type face.
Oh, I haven't done anything, Percy. Nothing new, at least.
Oh.
I'm a woman of my word.
Percy's just gonna kind of like look at the teddy bear and just go, "Are you?"
Most of the time. You see, she sort of laughs at it. Seeing that you aren't laughing along, sort of goes, I didn't even bring Reginald with me.
At least you did that thing correctly.
Well, I mean, he will be here within the week. I had a governess. Since I'll be here all summer, I can't be without my son. All summer? What kind of mother would I be? Single mother and...
What's What tricks are you up to now?
Rick, I'm working, Percival. Simply maintaining my lifestyle. Do you know how much harder it is to get a man interested in you once you've had a child?
I wouldn't know that.
Of course you wouldn't know that. You don't have a child. Oh, wait. Depends who you ask.
And who's been asking you lately?
Asking me? Say. I do have a lot of gentlemen callers who are ever so interested in my history, but could think of names. It's just so difficult to think of names. You know what? I think I'm simply exhausted from the events of the evening. I know what. I got a rather interesting invitation. Apparently the whole town's been invited, anyone of any note, to a lovely luncheon lakeside, and there'll be so many events. I was thinking about bringing Reggie. So, you find me there with Reginald, and I'll tell you everything. I'll be well rested in the sun by the lake.
As you wish, Cass. As he just turns and walks straight back out the door.
Goodbye, Percy. See you soon.
I love her. I love her so much. Oh my god.
Oh, Mommy, I'm sorry. Mommy, I'm sorry.
Mother.
Mother?
Is there anything else we'd like to do before we end our night at the theater?
I, of course, call a carriage for my dear friend Tarquin.
It will be noted that it was very kindly done for you to assist a man who was a little too deep in his cups.
Me and my butler are just like, whoa, okay, let's go.
There are footmen who assist your, like, valet
Have you
with,
got him?
like...
Have you got him? Oh, okay, what? Okay.
Mama, I didn't do it.
Did it do what? Quick, let's draw something on his face, and then we'll dip his hand into water so he'll pee himself. They don't really like.
No.
No.
Stop.
Have you guys seen Grown Ups?
No.
That's all I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking of.
Oh boy. You send Tarquin on his way. Carefully attended. And if there's nothing else from Miss Fairfield,
Nah,
Mr.
she's
Harrogate?
going home.
Theodore. Nothing from Theodore.
Oh shit, I'm Theodore. Guys.
Yeah. I got your name right and everything this time.
Guys.
Got him.
No, but I think like if he spies like the Vincent brothers as they're leaving, he'll make sure to say goodbye.
See both gentlemen wave at you from inside the interior of the carriage as the door is closed, and off it goes. And with that, we will leave our novel phase and move into the reputation phase. My friends, the reputation phase, if you have not been with us before, is where we are going to look at what our astute main characters did this episode, not as what the wide world saw, but simply on their interior. Did they settle for things that would make their reputation rise or fall? Which is to say, I read the book again, and it does not matter if the community as a whole saw you do something. If it was something that would rise your reputation, then you may rise it. If it is something that would bring down your reputation, then it will be brought down.
Yeah.
That being said, Maddie, how do you think Theodore's reputation did this evening?
You know what? As per usual, my boy's been working hard. However, he was seen with like some interesting individuals, but I think he was also seen as like with a group of men all in the same social class. So I think it's almost like an understandable situation. I'm proud of my boy.
Is there anyone against Theodore receiving a positive reputation tag?
I accept rebuttals.
I see no.
I just give the
Oh.
gladiator down with no context. I say no. No reason.
I see no reason not to give it to you, which means, Maddie, Theodore is our first character to receive a reputation tag, as you have received 3 upward reputations. Which means we get to now brainstorm what we think this tag is.
I
What
want
are the
you guys
things-
to come up with it.
Yeah, what are the things that Theodore has been doing that would give him a positive reputation? Has he been the most generous? Has he been
I think he's been the
a pillar of the
well
community?
connected.
Yeah,
Well
like,
connected
social.
is a good one.
Yeah, because he's been very social. He's made a
Yeah.
lot of connections. I think he's well connected.
I think that's a fantastic use of a tag.
Yeah, because we've
Thank you.
always seen Theo with people.
Mhm.
You made that gift to the Viscountess. You invited her grandsons into your box. You brought the one person who had not been invited to the tea party to make sure that everyone was included. That that does scream well connected, and so I will grant you the tag, well connected.
Papa's gonna be so proud of me.
What that means is, as of now, all characters should interact with you as if you are a well-connected individual. That's main characters, side characters, does not matter. You're well-connected. Until such a point as you decide to use your well-connected tag to benefit you in some way. Much like you would a resolve token. But more like, an inspiration die that you can use at any time.
Okay.
If you intend to use it in that way, you will delete the tag and it will no longer benefit you, but it will have benefited you in a large amount in one moment.
Alrighty. I love it.
I love the
Faye.
bit of like, I'm gonna say one bit and then I'll just say my piece. I'll say 2 pieces actually in total. Is that I love that's quick math for you, anyone listening. Is that I love the idea of being like, Papa's going to find out I'm well connected, and then Papa being like, "Are you well connected to a woman? Shut up."
Oh. Why don't you get well connected to some bitches, son?
We have the money, but you need to fuck bitches.
We have the meat.
Become the whole.
But Papa, I have so many
I think
friends.
I did a good job.
Daddy, I made friends. I don't care. Did you get a wife?
Oh.
Faye, my love.
I think I did a good job. I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't. Yes, I tried to avoid my great aunt at the beginning, but
But
after
in
that,
the
like,
end, yeah.
I still went. I just didn't spend the whole theater attendance in the box.
You definitely gave her your attention. You listened to her. You did not fight back when your mother told you were going up there. You respected your elders, so to speak. All positive.
I think
Any arguments from the class?
my only argument, just one, and I don't think that this is enough for a negative. It's just a point that may snowball into a larger point, which is that because you were kind of avoiding everyone, I don't know if your tag as a socialite has been. You might be losing
But
your
I was
reputation
still-
in that aspect.
But I was still with my family at the theater,
Mm,
following my mother's lead. I couldn't go somewhere unchaperoned.
I guess. Yeah, no. Like
Whore.
I said,
there,
whore.
there is not so much freedom for a woman in this world as there is for a young man.
This is true.
But that being said, if you are receiving a positive reputation, that means you have also earned a positive reputation tag. Which means, Maddie, Ray, let's go ahead and think about what sort of tag to give Miss Fairfield?
It's like almost like she's like something along the lines of like she's risen into the role well.
Mm.
Or like risen to the occasion sort
Yeah.
of thing.
A way to say adapting well without that being way too oddly specific.
I've got spare no more. You're the
Yeah.
heir
More?
now, not the spare. Spare no
Oh,
more. You've
You're
risen
stepping
into
back
your
to
own, so to speak.
shadows.
Sort of stepping in. Out of the shadows, also very good. In the spotlight, maybe another positive trait.
maybe in the spotlight, I feel like, because she is kind of stepping into the spotlight, albeit not the way she kind of wants to be.
Yeah, it's not exactly what you wanted, but boy, monkey paw curling.
Yeah.
All right, in the spotlight, it is Ray. How do we think Percival did with reputation this evening?
See, it could go either way because him showing up at the theater alone, people are like,
A decision was
But-
made.
but he was seen in the theater with reputable people.
That is
And
He
true.
wasn't by him. 90%
Yeah.
reputable people.
Jasper was
He
there
wasn't-
too.
He wasn't in the crowd by himself.
75% reputable people.
It's a big rise ever since. The only argument I have is that we include what the audience, like what the community at large did not see, but the audience saw, which is you did still go and see a woman about a child.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you snuck behind those stages and people talk.
Yeah.
Listen,
but
is it so bad that I just want someone to get a -1 like real bad?
No, because I will accept it. Again, because
it
I
does
just
Actually,
not-
it would be funny.
It does not cancel out any of the positives you already have. So now you simply have 2 positives and 1 negative, which means you could still end up with a positive next round. You're just on your way toward a negative. And those could be just as-
the byways.
My final ask for my friends here, what about our Dowager Viscountess?
She didn't really talk to anyone.
Yeah.
She didn't do
She
anything.
didn't do too much. That's kind of her vibe, is she does not do much. But I think the simple
She was
fact of the
also
she is
spying on
continuing.
everyone?
Well, yeah,
That's
but that's to
crazy.
be expected. That's kind of her deal. I am happy to give her no tag at the moment because she is still kind of coasting. As I said before, she is more of a side character than a main character, even if she claims the title and the token. So we'll just keep her off to the side. And of course, Miriam cannot be affected by what has happened today.
Negative.
So we will keep her to the side. Don't you dare give her. She's sick. How dare you? Or so the
What,
Dowager
you want
says.
someone sick to
She's
come to the theater?
contagious.
You freak.
She's got the
moving
black
on.
lung.
Oh god. Was she in a coal mine? What?
She's got the black plague.
Moving on from reputation into rumor and scandal, if you would all like to join me on the rumor and scandal page. My friends, this is a very fun bit where we get to not act as our characters, but simply as the community, in which we decide what rumors and scandals are of pressing matters that should continue or fade. At this time, we have several fading out of existence, including that the Harrogate family is in extreme debt from paying off women, that Percival's father is actually the father of an illegitimate child, that the Dowager is becoming inept and geriatric, or that the mystery gentleman who will be staying with the Dowager is worth £5,000. Those are all fading rumors, which means if no one chooses to accept them this round, they will disappear. Or to spread them this round, they will disappear. That being said, we also have some that have already been spread. That would be Henrietta is sniffing out the golden goose, aka Theodore. That's pretty solid. Percival is looking to court Leona this season. Parkwood Abernathy is not fit to debut this season, which, boy, howdy, that's
You were seen
Probably gonna stick
carried
around.
out.
I think
the
that one
hell?
for free can
What
stick
the hell,
around.
man?
Yeah.
And
The
then
hell?
Theodore is only participating in the season due to having no other prospects. So
Damn.
at this time, I am going to
Brutal.
spread the rumor. I'm going to spread the rumor about the Dowager's house guest, about the doctor.
Oh.
And I will keep that going. Maddie, do you have a rumor you would like to create or spread?
Well, I think it is the I mean, Percy did go into that room. I think it'll be something like that the actress is currently like I feel like blackmailing is strong. Is like trying to force Percy to like, that's why she's here. She's here to like force him to acknowledge the child. And maybe publicize it. Like she's gonna pop the news soon and everything's gonna go downhill.
Right.
That
That
is
is
a
now
sentence.
on the board. Faye, do you have a rumor you would like to create or spread?
I'd like to spread the dowagers becoming inept and geriatric.
Ooh, we will spread it. Ray, do you have a rumor you would like to create or spread?
See, I was gonna double down on Abernathy, but
We all would.
look, we all saw homie drunk.
That's crazy.
If we would like, if there are, I believe that there is a decision maker for if something is gone farther than spread, it becomes a scandal. Let me go ahead and check that while we.
Oh.
I'd love.
Please.
If not, I might
Please.
homebrew that because that sounds fun. Let me just.
That does sound fun.
I'd love to ruin his life. Just
Right?
quietly.
It's fun. Listen, Cass loves that kind of thing, so I have to agree. 126. Continue talking. Just leave that one alone. You'll get a second one also, Ray. So
That
No,
Wake
I think
me
there's
up.
Another one.
Yeah, because we go in reverse order. I remember. Ray goes first.
yeah. Wow.
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 Do you wanna
So how about that airplane food?
There's-
make or spread one, Ray?
there is no rule about that, but I think if everyone here agrees, that's fun and we should do it.
That's crazy.
All right.
He wakes up in the middle of his drunken sleep near hangover and is like, something's happening.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
I've created a secondary scandal section, which is just something that is now a scandal. And that just means that everyone knows about it, everyone believes.
Crazy times.
So, Ray, that's one of yours. Is there another rumor you would like to create or spread?
Actually, I kind of want to bring back the families in debt.
That the Harrogates are in
Because-
debt.
Yeah, because everybody saw him show up to this theater.
Oh. Very good, very good. All right, we have spread the rumor. Back to you, Faye. Is there another rumor you would like to create or spread?
I think I think that that Percy's interested in entering the clergy.
Why? That's so funny.
I don't know why. I know why. I thought of
It's
that
because
earlier.
he was
I
seen
like, that's so
speaking
funny.
to Jasper.
To Jasper. Yeah. I can't remember.
That was the
When or
worst
why I
time to
had-
take a sip of something, because dear lord.
I don't know when or why I had that thought. Like, man, is Percy interested in like the clergy. And then later I was like, no, that's not the case. But I think that's a really funny rumor to have, along with the like, oh, they're in extreme debt. Percy's looking to join the clergy too.
It's like no one will ever
fits.
marry him. Of course he wants to join the clergy, because then at least God will see fit to, like, bring him some peace, and then maybe he will find an honest wife someday.
I'm atoning for my sins.
Alright, Maddie, what you got for me?
I don't think Leona's been bullied enough on this list.
Mm.
I think I'm gonna go with, like, ye old classic of what's currently happening is that Leona's mother is desperate to get Leona's mother's desperate for Leona to get married so that they can perhaps to escape some kind of scandal.
We'll leave that scandal vague. Could be gambling, could be
I think the scandal most people assume is that they have no money.
yeah. That makes I am going to go ahead. I am going to spread the rumor about Leona's mother, because I think it's fun. So I will spread that, which means that at this time, fading out of existence, is that Cassandra is trying to force Percy to acknowledge her child. That means it does exist as a nebulous idea among the community. It's just not everyone believing it at the time. Theodore has been knocked down to a fading rumor, with participating to having no prospects. The mysterious gentleman is a spread rumor. Percival is interested in joining the clergy, has gone down to fading. Percival is looking to court Leona this season, has gone down to fading. Henrietta is sniffing out the golden goose. Theodore has started fading, mostly because she was not seen with you at the theater at all, because you successfully avoided her. The Dowager is becoming inept and geriatric, has been spread. Percival's father is actually the father of the illegitimate child, is now gone. It has faded from existence. Deleted the faded box. And the Harrogate family is in extreme debt from paying off women, has been spread. And now, for the first time, we have a true scandal. Tarquin Abernathy is not fit to debut this season.
Fuck him.
That's crazy.
Excellent.
Who said that? Kill him.
That's the reason you're not fit to debut. You gotta stop trying to kill people. They're gonna put you in the military. Can you imagine? He just gets shipped off to the Navy or something. Oh. My friends, it is now time for the epistolary phase. Would we like to go to break before or after the epistolary phase? How are we feeling?
Perhaps before.
Before? My dear friends of the audience, we will be right back after a short tea break, and we will come back with letters ready for you.
Bye. Hello and welcome back, James!
It's me. I'm James. And friends, it's time for our letter writing phase. The epistolary phase is where we all write letters as characters, as side characters, from characters that don't yet exist to our characters. It can be just about anything. So I will ask my friends, does anyone have a pressing letter they would like to input at this time? Go ahead, Faye.
I'd like to write to Dennis.
Ooh. Let's see.
Bestie, please.
I would like to, what?
Just like, dude, help.
I am not going to do that because obviously the Dowager would see that since the mail goes to her house where
That's
he lives.
true.
So I am going to send a letter that is very heavily like expectant. Like it's sort of like a conversational letter of like, oh, I know we're supposed to have tea in a day or two. I'm looking forward to it. I was having tea with a friend the other day and we were talking about sort of our ambitions and things. And I know you're a highly ambitious man and I admire that about you. And I was just wondering about what some of your ambitions could be, since I know you are not going to be in the clergy as you declined that. And as I know you are friends with many a very ambitious man such as Theodore Brooks, so I am just very curious about what you see in your future for yourself and your eventual family, I suppose. So I write this letter so that even if the Dowager does read it, then it is like, oh, she's asking the right questions. And actually, okay.
I would also like to know about this. Folding it back up. The letter is delivered to Dennis.
Do I reply?
If you'd like to.
Hey, no. It's short, and his handwriting's really nice. To Miss Fairfields, I thank you for your letter. It was unexpected. I suppose, yes, I would like to be considered as a gentleman who is ambitious. I certainly hope to travel more of the world. I saw much after graduating university, and I fear I have not seen it all yet. I think that's it. He's pretty to the point.
I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? There is no mention of, yes, I would like to be considered an ambitious man. Anyway.
He's literally just like,
no
thanks.
talk of what?
Not a good letter writer. Beautiful handwriting. Beautiful stationery. Gorgeous ink. Probably like a specially colored ink as opposed to a plain black. Short letter.
Hey, listen, he's a man. I just want you to remember that.
I know.
You're just a man.
I was thinking as he was going to go like hang out with Theodore in the theater box that like the grandmother trying to get him to get information from Theo is very much those TikToks that I've been seeing of like you've sent your boyfriend to go
exactly
ask his male friend.
That's why he went, what do you want to know?
Yeah.
Like, can
when
you give
did
me
you
a
break
question list?
And who
didn't
ended
write
it?
him a list. She didn't write him a list.
No, classic mistake.
And also, I like the idea that if we look back on that conversation, I don't think he learned anything about Theodore. Just that he's really chill.
He was watching the theater. He literally came back. I'm not even going to bother hiding it. He came back and his grandmother asked him questions about Theodore, and all he could answer with was, he's a very nice gentleman. Generous? Seems well-connected. Quiet? Contained?
Liked the performance.
Yeah, and then goes off into the performance. I also like the performance. I like the part where... do we have any other letters ready to go?
Percy has one for Theodore. That's
Ooh.
it's just a very like thank you for like opening your box to me, to Abernathy and I. It was a great time. Looking forward to the luncheon. It's very like a fluff piece that he feels like he should write.
It's very
Just-
polite to write a thank you note when you unceremoniously invite yourself to someone else's
Yeah.
box.
So it's very just like, hey, thanks. Okay, bye.
I think he sends a reply that is like a little has a couple of the glimmers of Theo's true personality and humor, just like hidden in the politeness. I think he can be a sarcastic prick when he wants to be. That just says like, "Thank you very much. Certainly, you were extremely polite and was very good company, despite exterior influences." Referring to Tarquin. Basically, he sends this really nice note just shitting on Tarquin. Underhandedly.
Fair.
Signed, Theodore Brooks.
Have a letter. We'll get to who it's from. Nanny, I have let a room that should be serviceable enough for you and the boy when you arrive. I will expect you to keep him fed and watered as per usual, and I will expect to see at least once per day, though not in anything but the morning on show days, and not in the mornings after show day. I expect you to bring the trunk with the best of his clothes. And I should hope that you have been practicing his speech so that he can talk as fluently as I expect him to. After all, we are raising a young actor. Expeditiously yours, Cassandra. Any other letters?
Oh god.
Everybody gets 2.
That's true. Well, since I can... So we can have one sent to our characters from randos? Okay. I think Theodore gets a letter from one of the workers at the factories who Theodore was like, please keep me updated, my dad won't tell me anything. Please. And he's the one that sends him the ledgers to look at to make sure everything's running okay.
It's like
he's dead.
painstakingly copying everything twice, like one of the accountants.
I'm paying him very well to do this for me. And he lets me know that in my absence, the special commission that the company has been working on, that Theodore himself had taken lead on, was still going very well, and that the very, very detailed notes he left with the workers was going very well, and he need not send any more. It's okay.
It got so bad it's not just your dad saying,
Yeah, everyone's
"Sit
like, you
down."
need to just calm down, dude. But the workers are asking after him because he's really nice to them, gives them lots of money.
Excellent. Does Theodore listen to any part of it besides the numbers?
No, he takes his ledgers and he starts working on them to make sure that all is going well and profits are good. And then sends back his notes, despite them asking him not to.
I have a letter.
Mm-hmm.
I send a letter to Edith with a request to her to talk as much shit as she wants about me to Dennis. Either in the lane of like, oh, you know she like can't burp, right? If she tries to burp, she actually throws up. Like weird stuff like that. But also like, oh yeah, she hates it when like
Stinky.
Like she hates it when men drink. She hates it when men dance. She doesn't think they should be allowed to dance. Like
And she hates the theater.
weird as shit. I think it's a lot of weird kid shit too.
You'll get a messily written back note that's just like, this might be the best day. Like, that's all it says. Is
Like, awesome,
she didn't
I've
finish
already
it.
been doing this.
no. Like, you can tell that it's like she's vibrating with like excitement. It's just like
There's,
a
like-
sugared up child.
There's like jam stains on the parchment.
There's like the you open the letter and crumbs fall off of it.
Oh my god. I'm allergic to crumbs.
Oh boy. Ray, is there another letter you would like?
I think, yeah, it would be a letter to my father of just a light warning of Cassandra's coming to the luncheon.
She's
Mm.
coming.
It's literally just like, hey, like, father,
Hey.
Papa.
be prepared. They're both coming.
Hmm.
And it's just a warning to his dad.
I don't think you receive a letter in reply, but I do think if this were a movie and we were panning over Grant reading the letter, it would just be that moment of like holding a paper and then it vibrating until it rips in half and it's just fuck. Just
It's like, oh no, we're in it now.
one final letter. Serena. Oh, your questions are set in motherly frustration. I will not be questioned by my niece on my plans and the devices I leave. I don't care what your gossipers are saying. I am well within my faculty, and I am well within my choices being. I have always made choices that benefit this family, and no choice I have made in recent time has endangered any part of it. The boy stays where he belongs. And so long as that is the case, I cannot see why your girl should not stay where she belongs. Yours, your loving.
What in the keeping it in the family?
That's crazy. I
Ooh.
do have my last letter. My
Yes?
second one. Leona, what's the name of like your closest servant in the house? Who's like who you're closest to?
Anna. She took care of me and my sister. She used to be a governess. Now she's just like a head maid.
She gets a hand-delivered note from Edward, Theo's boy. The two of them have an understanding of like this is how we get past everyone else.
They've explored each other's bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
No.
But I like that means that like she's just a MILF and he's like maybe 20, 24.
Oh, I thought
No,
he was.
he's
I
the
was
same
picturing
age.
Alfred.
No, he's the same age
Oh
as Theo.
no.
It's funnier that way.
Good for him, I guess.
And it's just a little note that just says, "Hey Anna, looks like the two of them will be meeting up before the luncheon. Go through the servants' entrance. We don't want a scandal or anything like that. Apparently they just want to chat. I personally want this to be over with. Make her wear a coat or something. She can't be seen. Love, Eddie."
Oh. All right. And she goes about doing that.
All right. Notes received. Letters written. Mail delivered. Questions abound. But for now, I think it's time to start the next phase of our chapter. And go back into the novel phase. Only this one, my friends, will be a little different than the others because this is what we're going to call a visitation phase. This type of novel phase is specified in how it is set up. So rather than having one large event where everyone is present, this is going to be a series of small vignettes of solo one-on-one meetings. A huge part of Regency culture among the gentry was just visiting people at home and talking to each other. And coming for lunch, or coming for tea, or just coming to literally visit in the drawing room and talk to your friends. So that being said, we'll probably end this phase closer to the luncheon, rather than start it closer to the luncheon. So earlier, before the luncheon is even a blip in our eyes, does anyone have any pressing matters they wish to attend to with other members of society? No meetings that need be held? Let's go one by one here. Maddie, is there anything that Theo needs to do, or people that Theo needs to talk to prior to his luncheon date, or anything of that matter? Any visitations he wants to make to people in the community?
I think he... I'm deciding how smart he is right now. Of how much he would realize is going on. AKA, whether he would clock that Cassandra's probably going to come to the luncheon and whether he's going to do anything about it.
Sent out open invitations.
I did. And I made someone else organize all the entertainment. I don't think he knows. I'll keep it realistic. I don't think he knows. I think he... It sucks, because... You know what? I think, yeah, no, he has a new friend. He's gonna go have lunch with his good friend, the doctor.
Ah!
He likes that guy.
You call upon the home of the Dowager Viscountess. The Viscountess herself out and about, visiting her dear bereaved friend, Hilda Bergamot.
Thank God.
Her ladyship off and about, and the house seemingly empty, as the servant leads you in to the drawing room, where the doctor is currently waiting as he has been called upon. You see that his doctor's bag has been placed on a table as if he was expecting to be called upon only in the manner of medical, and then figured out, wait, this is the guy that I talked to the other night, and I don't think he seems sick, so maybe I don't need to bring the medical bag, but maybe I should have it just in case. So he put it on a table off toward the back of the room, so it's there, but it's not. He's just standing by the couches, hands behind his back. Mr. Brooks.
Greetings, Dr. Lupton. I was sorry to see you didn't attend the theatre the other day. I was hoping we could talk again.
Yes. I remained here. I was looking after Miss Miriam.
I did hear about that. Is she well?
She will be perfectly fine rather quick. It was
I am glad
under
to
the
hear.
Viscountess's suggestion that she remain home.
Right. Just looks that away for later. Understood. Well, I admit, if I could be so direct, that it is most pleasant to have a conversation with someone who is not so focused on the gentry and wealth and one-uppance that I wished to have such a easy conversation again.
You see, he sort of looks at you, watching you go through this long, formal talk about not wanting to be formal, and then he goes, right. And sort of his shoulders sink, like he was standing very tall, and he sort of like leans back. You can see he favors one hip over the other and sort of leans back on it. He goes, would you like a cuppa?
Oh, yes. You see, he looks so relaxed. I haven't heard that word in years.
The doctor just reaches for a teapot on his own and starts pouring tea. And you all, you have a wonderful conversation with no footmen, no servants present, just the two of you.
They do everything themselves. It's wonderful.
You guys spread your own jam on your scones.
Oh,
it's
fantastic. Great. It's fantastic. I think one thing Elliot would notice is that while very much he does have an RP accent, he does have a very English accent, it does slip away from more of the royal raw into more of a general his natural accent, which occasionally on a certain slang word will delve into being a little bit more common London that he didn't quite beat out of his system, but he certainly lets down some of his walls in regards to how he is perceived.
You note in the conversation that the doctor's accent remains the same. Very formal accent from, like, formal training. It doesn't slip. Although he uses words that would primarily be maybe in the north of the country, as opposed to the London area. Very country sort of area, as opposed to dense civilization. And when he gets onto the conversation of schooling, because he is very proud of his schooling, and the two of you talk business, which for him is the business of knowledge. When he gets to talking about his own schooling, you recognize universities and colleges and persons he has attended in order to aid in his education are rather well-to-do.
He went to
and
Cambridge.
He does not have he does not have the air about him of someone who is saying so to try and, like, upgrade themselves. Simply, it is a fact, and he is saying.
One thing that he probably finds out is that Theodore, despite appearance, did not go to university. He I don't think it's a common known fact, because he probably doesn't go out of his way to mention it. Like, the people from Oxford think he went to Cambridge, and the Cambridge people think he went to Oxford. But he didn't go to university because he went straight into the business. And he just happens to have a talent of being able to come across as an intelligent person. It's more so
he just knows
something
numbers.
He just picked up on it and is a quick learner.
Excellent. You learn more about your friend learns more about you. And by the end of your lunch, the two of you are, I wouldn't say thick as thieves, but have a knowledge of each other that gives you some comfort knowing that you are not alone in this society, as it were. Although you'll note that Dr. Lupton does not talk about his childhood readily. He mainly starts talking about his life at the academic level and past that, but never before that.
Theo doesn't touch on it. He probably, because he is having that classic neurodivergent desperation to not bore someone, that he very carefully coasts over conversations about the business, because in the back of his mind he's like, oh my god, if I get going, I'm not going to shut up. So he is very careful about being very general and polite and all of that kind of stuff, but
At a certain point, the doctor does sort of lean forward in his chair and he goes, "Explain more about that."
and he absolutely does. He he explains that father and the business in itself mainly creates fabric for women's clothing. It's has always done quite well, but of course with the war, and especially now with the land disputes in the Americas,
Naturally.
the kingdom itself has always not made uniforms in house. They've always worked with civilian companies, and so luckily enough we managed to land the contract. So that's what I've been taking care of, is making all of the uniforms for His Majesty's armies.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It has been a very good season. And probably one other thing that he would notice very similar to himself is that, unlike many of the other gentlemen when they shake his hands, he actually does have the calluses of a working man. And explains that he's an incredibly practical individual. It's something that you can probably come across pretty easily, and only when he is in this setting does he care about reputation and what should be done, because he only really cares about the business and will do anything he needs to make sure the business is good. It explains like, oh yes, no, I got into mechanics recently because if 3 looms go down a month, we have to wait several days for a mechanic to be able to come in and fix them. So I just figured out how to do it myself, because, you wouldn't believe how much money you would lose just waiting for someone to come. It's £1,000, if you were wondering, per year, because and he just begins to explain the maths. He goes like, so once we got rid of that, the professor and my father would say that it's unbecoming for a gentleman to work in the dirt and the muck and all of that sort of stuff, but then he would see my profits and he sort of ignored it, so that was helpful.
Your conversation continues. Dr. Lupton allows you to go off on many a tangent. He goes off on many a tangent himself, regaling you with stories about people he has helped, people he has saved in some cases. And your luncheon concludes without any fanfare. You share a handshake, and you press on, both of you returning to your dignified gentry aesthetic, in time for your return to society. Faye.
Yay.
Do you have any visitations you would like to complete before the luncheon?
I think like visiting hours are happening, and then at some point I half remember something that I'm like, oh, maybe this would be in my father's desk, or yeah, that feels like the right place that I would like find this random scrap of accounting or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to his desk and I realize that his desk is like fully locked up, and it wasn't like fully locked up like a while ago. Like a year ago it wasn't locked like this, and I guess I hadn't noticed it like this. So I'd like to go ask my mom why my dad's desk is locked up. I need to get into it. Can you please give me the keys?
Whatever do you need from your father's desk?
The accountant's book. I want to make sure that we're not overspending. I spent too much on the tea party. We need to tighten our belts.
It will be handled just
No,
fine. I'll take
please
care
give
of
me
it.
the keys. Okay, then come with me and open the desk yourself. Keep the keys. I'll come and grab the book.
You're not going to let this go, are you?
No.
Oh, fine. You see, she pulls herself from where she has been resting on the couch, waiting for visitors who have not arrived, and pulls from around her neck the key, heads into your father's office, sort of rushes ahead of you to get there.
Catching up.
Power walking. And you can hear the click and pull of her pulling open a desk drawer and attempting to pull out the book. Although you can hear like the flutter of a lot of extra paper around it. Like paper has just been stuffed on top of it and she's trying to get under the paper to get to the book.
I come around the side of the desk. What do I see?
As you come around the side of the desk, you see not so much envelopes, but what appears to be letters in varying shapes and sizes, all with their wax seals broken. Some opened and folded back, some already closed off. Looks like each one was read and then just stuffed, read and stuffed, read and just stuffed. And as she pulls free the book, one of them tumbles off of the face of the book and over the edge of the desk to where you are standing just out of her range of vision as she's digging in this desk. And you your own name on outside of the letter.
This is to me, and I pick up the letter immediately to open it up. Why is this already open?
Leona.
This is to me. Yes, that is my name. You can read too. I open the letter and I look at the letter.
You are holding in your hands a letter which is approximately a year and a half old, some odd days, addressed from London. And I will ask Maddie, what's in the letter that Leona now holds and has been rescued from the depths of the desk her mother locked it in?
Dear Leona, I have arrived safely back in London. I am sorry about how our last conversation went, and despite me saying it many times, once again, I am so sorry for your loss. I am going to give you the space that you need, but if you require anything, please let me know. That includes your mother as well. Anything at all. I hope to hear from you soon. You'll be pleased to know that Father is entrusting me with quite the project, so I will be busy, but I certainly can always make time for you. Yours, Theodore Brooks.
Insane, we slipped in a secret epistolary phase. A second epistolary phase has hit the stream.
Leona, you hold in your hands a letter from Mr. Theodore Brooks, which your mother has her hand out as if she had been attempting to snatch it, but seeing your eyes already moving, has frozen in place.
How long?
Hmm?
How many?
Well, you see her leg, goes behind her and, attempts to start shutting the desk drawer.
I reach over and pull the whole desk drawer out.
You see that she is pushed out of the way as you attempt, and you do pull this entire large drawer out of the desk. It thumps onto the ground as you pull it out of its wheel well.
There is 30 to 40 letters.
At a certain point, they are no longer being opened, they are just simply thrown in. Your mother stands behind you, silent.
You're not even going to apologize.
I have done I thought was best.
God, I hate you.
daughters hate their mother at some point. Rose did too. But look how happy she was.
Was.
I hardly killed her by getting her married. Simply gave her the one happiness she could hope for before her short time ended, as I am attempting to give you a long and eventful life.
And I will decide what events and how long this life will be. I am done listening to you.
You think you have that choice?
I think I have a choice. And I am like picking up the letters and I'm like, I'm almost like stuffing them into the accounting book so that I can carry them just both. And I'm just picking them up and trying to leave. I'm so mad.
She watches you stuffing these letters into this book, and she just shakes her head. She has crossed her arms as she is watching, but she is not moving to stop you at the moment. She simply says, "It will weigh you down. You have a duty. Whatever your emotions are, whatever this is, whatever he thinks it is, you have a duty. And certainly the money is well worth it, but there is so much more you could have. My girls deserve the best. Both of my girls have always deserved the best."
Well, you got to decide Rose's life for her. And I'm sure she had the fullest life that she could have had under your judgment. But I'm not Rose. And I never will be. And I never have been. And I don't want to live Rose's life. My life.
Your mother stands and watches you gather your life. She does not attempt to help you as you leave the room.
I just like take all this stuff back to my room and I spend probably the rest of the day trying to figure out how to draft a letter in between reading all of the letters.
Mm-hmm.
I think just to give you an idea of it starts out very formal and normal and friendly and familiar. And then you can see the insecurity and then the resentment. And then there's nothing for a long time. And then it is just updates. Sometimes it's quotes from books. Sometimes it's cuttings from newspapers that he thinks she would like. He's just sending things for the sake of sending them.
I would like to offer Mr. Theodore Brooks a resolve token from Serena Fairfield.
What does that bitch want?
I want at least one of the letters to have included a dismissal of the idea of marriage. Not the decision to dissolve it, but the offer to dissolve it, if that is what Leona wants.
I am going to refuse that resolve token because it goes against his desire.
Excellent. No such suggestion was ever made. Hey, Ray!
Oh, wait. Yes.
Are there any visitations that Percy would like to make before the luncheon?
I was full the audience in that one. No, only because the one visitation he would make, he's already had.
That's fair. It happened at the theater.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I will offer that with your apparent rumors aside, your father does seem to receive several visitors during the week. Several of whom are accountants who are attempting to simply ply their trade, make offers on perhaps helping him redo his books or offering him loans or assistance, which he waves all of them off as scoundrels and fools. But you can see that your father is incensed against the community who apparently believes that you all are in debt. And at dinner that night, he does in fact not so much go on a rampage, but a tirade about how useless it is to have all this money, brandishing his arms at this lofty feast before you for just the two of you, with the place setting there for your mother, which he has never had removed from the table. Brandishes his hands at this feast and goes, "What use is all of the money if no one believes you have it?"
Then maybe it's time we throw our own party, ball, lunch. Show them what we can offer.
You see your father pause and turn to regard you. And what would you, Percival?
We've already seen a ball. We're going to see a luncheon.
Do you have anything you could unveil in your house?
A great
Anything
man
reopening?
of many Regency houses that were grand did in fact have gallery with art. And if they were to receive a new piece, an art showing would be a very good event. Especially, it has almost nothing to do with rakish things. It's an art gallery. What could be rakish about art?
We could show off the art gallery.
We would need a new piece. Something new. But that is not impossible. Procure? I will think on it. Good job, Percy. Good job.
Thank you, Father.
We will fix this yet. And you have placed the idea in your father's head, and that very well may be an event that we have coming on the horizon. But for the moment, I believe there's one last visit we can look into before we move on from this visitation phase. The day of the lunch. The invitation for Miss Leona Fairfield was set for half an hour earlier than anyone else in town. And seeing as how it will be just the two of you, why not visit that moment now, before the luncheon starts?
I arrive in a coat.
If you,
Yeah.
you come round to the servants' entrance, and Edward meets you outside, and like very, very, very carefully, because as everyone knows, Theo is so protective of both his and the people around him's reputation that like most of the stuff, all the stuff he has, he trusts implicitly, and have gotten very, very good at making sure that everything looks good on the outside. Probably mainly because of threats from Theo's father, and he's a very scary individual. But Edward brings you around and into probably a more private courtyard that exists kind of almost inside into this. Or actually, you know what? Let's keep it aesthetic. I'll say he meets you in the greenhouse that they have outside. That is fogged with its intent to stay tropical. That it is hard to see through it with the beautiful plants. It is a very good private space. And Theo.
Old pineapple plant.
Oh yeah, no, it's hey.
Ooh.
And Theo is inside, having not noticed you walk up. He seems to be muttering softly to himself and just like weeding one of the plants nervously.
I just let you do it for a little while, and then and just I'm like, yeah, let him tire himself out. I don't know.
He looks at his his pocket watch and then he puts it back in and he keeps going.
Well, I'm not late. I say out loud, I'm not late. I've
Oh,
been here.
cool. He jumps out of his skin and turns around. Oh, you scared the daylights out of me. Hello.
Hello.
You get the vibe of someone who had a practice thing and it didn't start how he wanted it to, and now he's just heated and it's all ruined.
Immediately thrown off his rhythm.
Thrown off my rhythm.
You're not following the script.
Thank you for coming. I didn't want you to be under scrutiny for coming here.
And I appreciate that. I have been neglectful in more ways than one. More ways than some ways weren't on purpose, and some, like if you are on a dirt road for long enough and the wagon wheel will wear through and just catch and catch and catch. Are you sure this is a good idea?
It looks like he's about to ask what you're referring to, almost in like an instinctual way. I don't know how to answer that.
We were so young when we met, and we're still young now, and I mean, look at 3 years ago, look at now, and where will we be in another 3 years? Will we still be here? Will we have outgrown each other? Will we... It's such a thing to commit to. And is it right? That, I mean, in a very basic way, we're using each other. You need the age of my family, the reputation we have. I need your money. Is that right? Is that the foundation for a marriage?
Is that what you think?
I don't know. I think I've gotten comfortable with thinking that in you being in London. And with the silence that I had begun to think that you thought the same.
Silence, what
I
do you
never got your
mean?
letters. I never got your letters. I found them yesterday. My mother has hidden them in my father's desk. I'm serious.
I see. So you thought that I hadn't written?
Yes.
And you didn't think?
Monologue. I'm spending my monologue on you, bitch. What's Theo feeling now?
He is feeling exactly what he's saying when he says, so, in all that time, you didn't think I was worth writing to yourself?
I thought you had the fight we'd had before you'd left. I thought that I would wait for you to cool down so
You're
that I
the
didn't
one who wanted space. That's all you
Yes.
asked for. To keep waiting. But I didn't really know how to do that. And you know that.
Yeah.
At least I thought you did.
Thought I did too. I take the necklace
No.
and I bring out the ring. Chekhov's proposal.
He, puts a
bring-
hand to your hand before you can take it. And, presses it against your chest. Don't.
Can I use my monologue token on Leona now?
Yeah, Leona is stuck in such a point of she doesn't know where to go from here. It feels like we're at such a point of not even necessarily conflict, of tension at any wrong step she does right now, and this potentially just ends, and there's very little likelihood that this could be fixed, and it's so scary. It's the four responses to panic of fight, freeze, flight, and fawn. She's in full freeze. She doesn't know what to say. She doesn't know what to do. So she's just got she's got her hand covered by Theo's, holding the ring, looking at Theo, and begging that this hasn't just all gone to shit. Because she still loves Theo. And from what this sounds like, Theo still loves her. And she's really unsure. So once Freeze gives way, she just quietly moves to put the necklace with the ring. She pushes the ring back down. Still has the coat on. And just sort of moves away a bit and goes, I don't want to leave you. I don't want.
Then don't.
She runs out. She like doesn't know what to do. She's panicked. She runs out.
Theo has no resolve to offer her.
Oh.
Because he couldn't take it, and therefore he has nothing to give her in return.
Worn down. Watch her run.
And the like words catch in his throat, and he like extends a hand, but it just gets choked up. And he just stands there for a moment, like shell-shocked almost. And he just doesn't know what to do. And his hands kind of go up to his chest, and he presses down on it. Like he's trying so hard to push everything down, but it's bumbling so quickly. And he just stays because he doesn't want to humiliate her anymore. But at the same time, he is a very selfish man, and he's not going to let it go. Not yet. If she needs more time, he'll wait another 3 years happily.
Well, you have a...
He has a month of his father's good graces. But he'll still wait 3 years for her.
We leave Theo in the green. Turn away. The sudden flight of Leona. The careful planning of the Harrogate. And we move on from our novel phase to let this sit for a little bit as we look at reputation.
Wait, let's change this. Let's turn off this sad shit music. Let's get back into the
Yo!
reputation music.
Get the brink. Get the glow sticks out.
I will remind the chat, there is a content warning sheet if you need it. Check the content warnings. We'll update them per episode, but sometimes things happen outside of time. My friends, it's reputation time. So far as reputation goes, we will take a look at each of you and see if you have any positive or negative reputation moments. I'm going to start out this one by saying, Maddie, Theodore, Faye, Leona, a secret engagement?
Secret engagement, baby.
I can't think of anything more.
Did we forget to say something?
Well,
Oh, I knew.
Oh,
But I'm the only one who did.
I didn't.
Uh,
I didn't.
I didn't know
That-
fucking shit.
That being said, a negative reputation tag for both of you, for
Mhm,
going
mhm.
against society and choosing to engage yourselves 3 years ago without the consent of many
No,
parties included. Well, it was with consent at the time,
Well,
but
it
they wanted you to
was.
drop it after.
Well,
Well,
she
some
did.
of them couldn't. Some of them couldn't choose for you to drop it, because they died. But either way, negative for both of you. I'll hear no argument.
ah,
And Percival, coming up with the idea to bring your family into the light in a pleasant and non-rakish manner? How absolutely positive! And in fact, that's a third positive reputation tag, which means it's time for us to give a full reputation tag to Percival. So as a team, let's brainstorm.
I'm feeling like
artistic.
or like redemption arc.
Mm.
Redemption arc. I was going to say
I was
that
Cultured?
was
yes. I
sort
think
of
that
where I was
leads,
going to go.
because like with the gallery and the theater and
Mm.
yeah.
Percival is a man of culture. What do you think about
Slay.
that one, Ray? You can use that to your advantage, I think, at some point.
I can't. I do like that.
A man of culture. To be fair, the idea that somebody was well-rounded and enjoyed various culture accoutrement, like art and literature and theater, was a huge part of making a man very eligible to women, because they wanted to have someone who was well-rounded and not just gambling in the den all day. So, it works out. We'll see if this makes you a little more eligible in the future. And again, we will skip over Miriam, we will skip over the Dowager, because they're missing for some reason. Where'd they go? Maybe we'll find
Oh.
out next week.
Interesting.
Interesting. With that handled, my friend's reputation handled, it's time for our final epistolary phase. I know that a lot just happened, so if we do not have 2 letters each, if we only have 1, feel free to do 1 instead. Anybody have a letter?
I write
Okay.
a letter, but I don't send it. It's the letter
Oh.
that I drafted after I read all of
Mm.
his letters finally. And it was also kind of my practice of like, all right, I'm laying out these points. Do you have objections to these points? Are you sure you don't have objections to these points? I'm asking for a third time. Are you absolutely sure you don't have objections to these points? And also then like loose plans for like, okay, hey, how do we announce that we're engaged? How do we announce this? And then she ends up scrapping it because it ends, and she's like, well, I'm gonna talk to him, and that will be that. So that's fine.
My friends, any other letters?
I'm deciding whether I want
What are you
to send a
building in
letter or not.
there?
You go,
Ray.
Ray. You go, Ray.
Percy's letters is just to known art curators in the area, just to see what's on the market. He
You
essentially
receive-
got his daddy's permission to spend money, so
your father gives you a limit, which is rather impressive. And you reach out to several curators throughout the area and in London, and you get several replies back, one of which is from a curator who has an entire new collection from a very popular artist who, rather than release his work in the summer just past, became ill and could not finish his collection in time for the summer release, and would be happy to have all of his pieces released here in Haberdasher in the fall, which is right now. which means you would have 5 new pieces to place in your collection on a limited time, meaning it would be a special moment to have all 5 of these pieces in your collection for a short time.
The response to that is just like, we gladly accept. Thank you for your gracious offer. It's going to be a pleasure working with you.
For a man of culture such as yourself, an easy decision to make. A letter. I would like to offer a resolve token to Theodore for a letter to either Serena or the Viscountess. If at any point, I assume it would be Serena, or even Leona's father, if at any point you wrote to her parents rather than to her directly after the radio silence.
I think he would have written to Serena, not to the Viscountess. And I think probably when this letter was sent was when the letters stopped. And he sent a letter that just said, to Mrs. Fairfields. It has been a long time, and I do hope that both you and your daughter have found solace in one another during this time of mourning. I am writing to say that in a month's time, I will be returning to Habishire for the season. I will be returning with the hope that our engagement that was agreed upon by your late husband can go ahead. I understand that times of mourning have prevented such things, and I admit that I have not heard from you or yours. I should wish to hear from Leona, if you could ask her to write. I hope to see you soon. Kind regards, Mr. Thomas Brooks.
Mr.
Thomas?
Brooks.
Oh fuck!
Thomas
We
Brooks.
kept
I'm
talking
calling
about
Thomas
this.
now.
Theodore. Well, Thomas is his father, so I keep getting
Yeah,
confused.
yeah.
They both have two names. It's Theodore.
Theodore receives, as you expect, no reply. We do see Serena lean back as she reads it, biting at her thumbnail, and then crumbling it and shoving it into her husband's desk drawer among many other letters, which she has never had the witherall to burn, like her aunt would have. Because in some part of her, she is unsure she is doing the right thing. A letter to the Dowager Viscountess. Franny, I grow tired already of the mourning period to which I am isolated. You and I both know that it is no shock to me that my husband is gone. He was old and infirm, and it was time, dear God, the graciousness of God is what has released him from this mortal coil and released me from his coil. I am tired, Franny. I am bored. So I thank you for keeping me updated on the gossip in your letters thus far. And I think that, all things considered, 2 weeks is more than enough time to mourn a husband who I have loved and have lost, as you know, many a time. And so, with your permission, though I don't need it, I should like to attend this luncheon with you at the lakeside. I think it will be good to show off this lovely new black dress that my son bought me. Yours, Hilda.
A hot new bombshell has entered the villa.
I find it really funny as well that Lady Hilda Bergamot is the sister-in-law of Viscountess and is basically being like,
I
"God,
hated your brother."
I hated your brother, man. Hated him.
God, period. Oh.
It do be that way. Friendships are built on terrible husbands. Any other letters, my friends? With that being the case...
Yeah, I have one, but realistically, we're going straight into the next event, so he's got a letter in his head, but he'll wait. He has to put on a brave face and host a really long party now.
A whole afternoon's affair. But with that in mind, we will move on quickly into the upkeep phase, where I will ask, has everyone used their monologue token?
I have.
I did.
Ray has.
The Dowager hasn't. Has the Dowager?
Yes, yes,
Well,
she has. I used it at the very start on person. It's only Miriam who is not, and she's not here.
I thought Theo hadn't used his, because it's
Yeah, it
not
was used
you.
on you.
It was used on me?
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
It was used on
But
Theo,
I haven't
but you
used
have
it
not
on
used
anyone
one.
else. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot how this game works.
No worries.
Do you have someone you would
think-
like to request a monologue from?
I think Percy's the only one that hasn't done a monologue
Yeah.
yet.
Okay. Gotta give Percy some much needed
Or-
screen
No,
time.
I did make Percy do a monologue.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
True.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think,
because-
in the dressing room.
Yes.
I'm locked in.
Monologue has to be a main character, right?
I mean, if we're all in agreement, I don't see why it shouldn't be a side character.
Let's go.
Serena, why do you hate me?
All right, fair enough. There is nothing in particular that has caused a disdain against Theodore with Serena. Serena is and has always been a very brash, very put upon woman. She and her mother and her mother's mother and her mother's mother's mother were set in their marriages. They were told who they would marry. They worked upon that decision and they handled it. And she did the same with her daughter Rose. And Rose set upon what she was set upon and did as she was told. And she married the person that Serena put in front of her, knowing that it was a good match. And it was a good match. She did it. She did it right. Her mother didn't do it right. She chose someone who was terrible, and God bless him, they got to work together eventually, and they managed to fix it. But she wanted for her daughters something that her mother did not give her, which was the right choice. gave that to Rose. And God had other plans. And was that all that work for naught? Was that proof that she wasn't allowed to give the right choice to her children, or was it just not a good match? Did the universe think it wasn't a good match? Did Rose not stay here because it wasn't a good match? Her youngest wasn't supposed to even be out and about. It was technically not even her debut year, but yet here she was, and she met Theodore, and her husband made decisions without confiding in her first, made decisions that took away her choice again. No choice. And then God took away him. So maybe there was grief mixed with an idealized version of a choice that simply doesn't exist. Because how can it be her choice if it is already Leona's choice? So how can it be right if it's not the right choice? Unless Leona doesn't even need her mother to make the right choice, in which case, what's the point of being a mother?
Cool motive, still shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my friends, that's all the monologue tokens. I will note here, we have one resolve token for Theodore in use, and I will restart your monologue token. One resolve token for Leona, I will restart your monologue token. Or 3 resolve tokens for Percy, and I will
Damn.
start your
I was
monologue
gonna use
token.
that they did what
Rich.
I was gonna ask them to do. So
It's true. And 2 for Miriam with a monologue token, and 3 for the Dowager with a monologue token. Some movement has been made in the use of monologue tokens. Some of our side characters have some spares in here, but everyone has at least 2. I've still got my 3 as a facilitator because I didn't need them this time. Y'all took care of that. So with that being said, any final adjustments now that some secrets are out and about? Do we need to change any desires? Do we have any concerns?
My desire is still very much straining to be a reality.
We'll see. We're halfway there,
Same.
my friends. Halfway there. And we'll see what happens, I suppose, next time, because this is where we will end this chapter.
Ah!
What a chapter. My friends, I have had the pleasure of being your facilitator this evening. My name is James. I also go by Hugger Muggard here on the internet. I am a dungeon master. I am an AP player. I'm a facilitator now. And it has been a joy to bring Regency a little bit to life. And to play with all of these lovely, lovely people who are creating such a wonderful story that I get to be a part of, watching over here as I shrink down into nothing. Like, oh god, it's happening! But that being said, I will pass this along to Ray.
Hi, I'm Ray, otherwise known as the Ray Wilds. I exist on the internet. However, if you want to see me do a complete 180 to this character, I am currently playing a morally gray, dream-walking hero. If you're into that, over on Pluto Cleric's channel,
Love you, Paige.
twitch.tv/Pluto's Underworld. That's what it is. Where
That's the
we're
one.
doing a DC horror game called After Crisis.
Very cool.
Faye.
Hi, I'm Faye, or Gothic Fairy, or Gothic Fairy Cosplay. You can find me on the internet under any of those. You can also find me on Start Playing. I have a Dungeon Meshy dungeon crawl campaign that I have running on there. I still have like 1 spot left on Sunday, a Sunday game, and I have a bunch of spots open on the Monday game. So if anybody's interested in that, pop over to my link tree. I think that's everything. And Maddie.
Hello, I'm Madeline. This is my channel. Guys, the slutty shirt didn't work. I'm so upset. I'm depressed.
Devastating,
It's
man.
devastating. You can come on Sunday nights where we're playing Chains of Asmodeus. Make sure you come say hi and check it out. Unfortunately, we couldn't play last week because lots of people were like sick or couldn't come. So Haley, Apollo, and I had a group hysteria where we just did a just chatting stream, and that's on the internet forever now, and I think we're still reckoning with that fact. It was really fun though, but we will be playing next session with extra special guests, Valiant Dorian, so make sure you come and check it out. We're in Stygia. It's cold. Apart from that, check me out on TikTok and the other things. Bonus episodes always on Patreon. Love you so much. Kisses. Alright, so thank you everyone for joining us. We will see you here next week for more drama. If you would like to tell us all of your theories, make sure you head to the Discord server, which is just for my channel in general. We can talk about this show there. Send us your memes. I want to see them. I want to see them on my desk by tomorrow morning. Thank you so much.
Anyone? Any guesses on who's marrying who, if anyone?
What do people think the final couples are going to be? I think Thea's going to end up with the Dowager Viscountess, personally. I see that.
Oh my god.
She's already with Hilda.
Cougar.
She's already with
yeah,
Hilda.
no. They are really close companions.
No, cute.
Also, they make out a lot.
Abigail's in the chat. Abby, we love you.
Abby, we love you so much. Mwah. We will see you next week. Say ta everyone. Ta. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.